satisfying report I've ever made. Here come the Germans who surrendered to Monty. General Admiral von Friedeberg, Rear Admiral Wagner, General Kinzel, and the rest. After trying unsuccessfully to surrender various armies, then fighting against the Russians, they were now trying at the Field Marshal's headquarters on Lüneburg Heath to see if they couldn't get terms for the armies opposing the 21st Army Group. Naturally, Monty told them it must be unconditional surrender, and incidentally, it looks as if the chief's interpreter got a real kick out of interpreting his remarks. In the event of their not agreeing to unconditional surrender, Monty said, "I shall go on with the war, and will be delighted to do so, and all your soldiers may be killed." That made the Huns think, and this is them thinking it. It didn't take them very long, and when after contacting Field Marshal Bush they came back to the tent, well, Monty told them in his own inimitable way exactly and precisely what it was all about.
Now, we've assembled here today to accept the surrender terms which have been made with a delegation from the German army. I will now read out the terms of that instrument of surrender. The German command agrees to the surrender of all German armed forces in Holland, in northwest Germany, including the Frisian Islands and Heligoland and all other islands, in Schleswig-Holstein and in Denmark, to the Commander-in-Chief, 21st Army Group. This to include all naval ships in these areas. These forces to lay down their arms and to surrender unconditionally. The German command to carry out at once, and without argument or comment, all further orders that will be issued by the Allied powers on any subject. Disobedience of orders or failure to comply with them will be regarded as a breach of these surrender terms and will be dealt with by the Allied powers in accordance with the accepted laws and usages of war. This instrument of surrender is written in English and in German. The English version is the authentic text. The decision of the Allied powers will be final if any doubt or dispute arises as to the meaning or interpretation of the surrender terms. On this day of victory in Europe, I feel I would like to speak to all who have served and fought with me during the last few years. What I have to say is very simple and quite short. I would ask you all to remember those of our comrades who fell in the struggle. They gave their lives that others might have freedom, and no man can do more than that. In the early days of this war, the British Empire stood alone against the combined might of the Axis powers, and during those days we suffered some great disasters, but we stood firm on the defensive, but striking blows where we could. Later, we were joined by Russia and America, and from then onwards, the end was in no doubt. It has been a privilege and an honor to command this great British Empire team in Western Europe. Few commanders can have had such loyal service as you have given me. I thank each one of you from the bottom of my heart. And so, let us embark on what lies ahead, full of joy and optimism. We have won the German war. Let us now win the peace. Good luck to each one of you, wherever you may be.